Let's say we have a vending machine. Now, every time you put in $1 and press a button number 4, you expect your favorite snack to come out. If that was a function, we'd call it a pure function, because with the same input, it always produces the same output. Now, if you decide to pay with a credit card, the function would not be pure anymore. Now it has a side effect. It has to ask your bank to approve your transaction, and so the result depends on an external system. In React, components are simple JavaScript functions. They rerun each time something changes, like a state, or props, or context, or even when the parent re-renders. So if we stick a side effect, like an API call inside a function body, we have a problem to deal with. We can't really wait for the results, and we don't really want to run a side effect on each render. But the fix is very simple. Anytime you see the code that works with something that codes outside of React, say you are connecting to a WebSocket, listening to a global browser event, triggering an animation, or calling some APIs, simply grab that code and drop it inside the useEffect hook. Now, if we leave it like that, this code will run after each render, which is already an improvement, but still it doesn't sound right to run an effect every time something changes in the component and we want to have some control over it. For this purpose, we can pass the second argument, and it's called dependencies array. This is a list of all values from your component that are used inside this particular useEffect, and the effect will now only rerun when those values change. The work inside the useEffect sometimes requires a cleanup. For example, if you subscribe to a WebSocket and then dependencies like this ID here changes, the previous subscription becomes outdated. We need to unsubscribe from it and subscribe with a new value. The process of cleaning it up is happening in this function that will return from the useEffect. We call it a cleanup function, and it is a good place to remove subscriptions, stop timers, and so on. So don't forget to implement it, otherwise you may run into memory leaks and bugs. That's it. I'm actually thinking about recording a longer video where we would build something, but let's leave it for the future. Make sure to leave a comment if you have any specific questions, and subscribe so you don't miss the future videos if interested.